Today, forget everything else. It's Mike Indeglio's birthday, and somebody gets very excited for his birthday, and it's not me. And now your host, Mike Indeglio.
What is up, team? Welcome to K&M Geekly. Just a sneak peek at two geeks talking about what's getting them through their week, but we don't care this week.
No, we sure don't.
Because it's my birthday. I'm tan. I'm in the United States. I didn't think I was going to be back. There was some Cirrus on the way here. Keith and I are live in the flesh doing it. Mike is 43 today. Somehow the fake news got spread that I was 42, and let me tell you,
I don't know. Who said you were 42? Everybody thinks you're 42, but it's a flat lie.
The lady at the airport said, I don't look a day over 30. And I said, that is some BS, but I'll take it. Can you give me a business upgrade? She said, no, Keith. And that's just about the way it's gone down. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
I'm doing well. It's good to see you, too. You've been gone for like a week. It's been really weird. It's been quiet. I haven't, we haven't done this in a while.
I know. And it's just all kinds of craziness.
And here, well, I will officially say happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who's written to me on Facebook and messages and whatnot. It's weird to see like friends that aren't friends, or that aren't old friends, new friends from the internet saying happy birthday is like a new thing for me. So that's cool. But Keith, before we go any further, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Mike.
Mike, it
is your birthday.
Mike, it is your birthday. Mike, it is your birthday. Mike, it is your birthday.
Mike, it is your birthday.
I love that Worf's just in there. Michael Dorn.
Michael Dorn. See? You know, it's so good that Jen and I collaborated on that years ago, but it just said Mike is 40-something, which means we have 7 more years we can keep playing that video.
So good.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
My nephew last night says, I'm so sad that you're getting older. And I said, why? And he goes, because when I learned to drive, he's 6, by the way. You should know this. He says, but when it's time for me to drive, you can't teach me. And I said, why not? He says, you'll be old and maybe dead. That's what he said. I was like, yo, man, 53 ain't that bad. So yeah, I've been away.
How's your? Oh yeah, no, that's true. That you'd be 53. Yeah, you won't be dead.
I mean, I hope.
I mean, probably not.
I was joking with my friend Simon, who's on this gig with me, because the last song in our show is like a Les Mis medley, kind of, but it ends with that big like one day, one more day, just like shouting. And some lady came up and she was like, I just want to let you know, a little boy in our neighborhood passed away, and they sang that last song at his funeral, and it was so great to hear it. And I was like, why the hell would you sing One Day More at a funeral? It's like the most, and I was like, oh, it starts with Bring Him Home, which I'm sure is what she was referencing, but I kept thinking, like, how would you work in One Day More at a little kid's funeral? Like, how would you do that in my head? So she's telling me this great anecdote.
So dark.
She's telling me this great anecdote, and I'm sure my face the whole time was, what? Why?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's
so keep
also, I'm bouncing back.
Oh, are you?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
doesn't matter. But it is,
It's terrible.
I hate to hear myself twice. I mean, one of me
but
is
it's
enough.
like it's like from a leak, you think?
I don't think so, because it's not changing when you move your head.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can fix that for you, brah.
It's a birthday, peek behind the curtain.
Any better than Al?
Yes, that fixed it.
Great.
Magical.
Great news. Okay, so what did I want to do today? So many things. I want to share a little bit about my morning and about my trip, Keith, if that's cool.
Sure.
I don't have a ton of footage because it was just like an Atlantic crossing, but I just have some stuff, so I thought I'd pop over here.
Where did you cross from and to?
I flew to the Canary Islands, which is Spanish-owned, and we had to spend a day there. And then we did just 7 days across the Atlantic Ocean. We ended in, where did I go? Oh, St. Martin, which was awesome. We had a snafu getting off the ship, and so I was able to spend a whole day at a 5-star resort in St. Martin for Frizzy, which was wonderful. I think I got some pics of that. So I'm just these are in no particular order, so I'll just like run through them and show you what's up here.
You set up the slide projector for your vacation pictures?
Yeah, so well, first here is from my morning this morning that I did not expect. Jen made me a birthday, which was really she drove back from New York.
Because Jen is the nicest person you don't deserve.
It's so
her.
great. You're right.
And I love that she used Christmas wrapping because that's what I always do.
That's what we got. Yeah. All right, so she got me more presents than I needed. I had a Taylor Swift birthday card, and it said, Keith, right inside the card, it said, "This is going to be your best era." Come on.
Wow.
So nice.
Wow. There it is.
Our first date together was to Atlantic City, and we did the Zoltar machine, so she got me a little mini Zoltar.
Yes.
I got a new mug with all the ships.
Ooh.
You'll see the Defiant on there. There she is.
Oh, that looks great.
Really excited. The last Star Trek mug she got me, I melted in the dishwasher. It was not dishwasher safe. And the first thing I did was put it in the dishwasher, so that was cool.
Good job.
She got me this.
Why aren't you wearing it?
Well, it's very big, but I feel it's more of a PJ scenario.
Oh, no. You know what? There's a very specific episode of Deep Space Nine where you have no choice but to wear that.
Okay, you warn me when the time comes.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Okay. A little journal. She likes, so I like to keep leather journals around. I got a new indie.
Everywhere I go.
Yep. I got a new indie.
Nice.
So now my indie collection is 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Temple of Doom there.
Yep, we got Temple of Doom, and I got the latest one, the new one. There you go. So that's birthday, right?
That's a fantastic birthday.
Yeah, I can't complain. There's some other things in there. Let me see here if I remember to put them in. I think I did. I also got a B. Arthur.
Fantastic.
NECA toys. I told her not to buy me presents, but NECA toys.
NECA? Have you heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel so personally seen by all of your presents because what has happened? Star Trek and action figures. That is what I roped you into. I have roped your entire birthday.
You have. I mean, you've resurrected and the new Michelangelo.
Michelangelo was my favorite. He was a party dude, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's the mummy now. That's cool. Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
these are really cool. I have so many of these NECAs that I haven't opened because I keep meaning to do them on Patreon, but I haven't.
Like sayings on the back.
Oh, those are awesome.
So cool.
You love these.
I mean, I'm a
mix up
Donatello guy,
smash-ups.
but whatever.
Well, I mean, Mikey, it was tough when I was a kid. I mean, it had my name, and he ate pizza. Well, there wasn't much more you could really ask for. Nunchucks and pizza?
That's true. It is a little bit unfair, yeah.
All right, Keith, so this is where I ended the day. So we got off the ship. Immigration had messed up, and they got the day we were getting off the ship wrong. And so we got trapped on the ship for an extra day. But we said, hell no, we're not going to stay on the ship for an extra day because they won't pay you for the extra day.
Right.
But they have to pay you to put you up that night to get you on the next flight. So we finally get off the ship at like 8 o'clock. I'll show you us the 7,000 passengers waiting for 3 guys to get a little golf cart off the ship. And it was like the captain was pissed, but it wasn't our fault. What were we going to do? They messed up. So we got a day on this 5-star resort. This is where I was eating dinner and breakfast, and I spent my Saturday.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's off the
That'll
coast.
do. I think you should explain to folks exactly what you were doing because not everybody watches every one of our shows.
Oh, that's right. I was singing on a cruise ship. I guess none of the other pictures came through on this, but that's fine.
That's all.
I was singing on a cruise ship, and this is my hotel bedroom.
Whew.
Yeah, I can't complain. And I was singing just like 80s and I guess all the way from the Beatles to today, just like random songs. It's a new group, and somebody couldn't do this cruise or this Christmas cruise, so I learned the show by myself in the living room and just like jumped on board and did it. We only had a 45-minute sound check. It was absolutely. And this isn't like, it's kind of like doing like, oh, hey, I run a couple miles every day to run a marathon, because this was like a screaming Skrelty show. I was able to get Wi-Fi on the ship just enough to watch the Eagles beat the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Here I am doing that. This was that same day. The planes, when you fly to these islands, just like land.
Wow,
like next to a sand dune, and then you just like wait for a bus to pick you up, hopefully. It was very interesting the way they run things. This was coming in on the landing, and you're like, wow, this is a real place I'm going to.
Well, you took that off of the plane?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a good picture.
And this is where we had breakfast that first morning, drinks that first night. We had dinner. This is in Tenerife, which is an African island, but it is Spanish owned. If that makes sense. We were off the coast of Africa, the Canary Islands, but they're owned by Spain.
Imperialism.
Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy. But it was very much like it felt like you were in Spain.
Yeah.
Because culturally it's very Spanish too. So that's where we were. It was really cool. I think I got some other fun stuff here. Yeah. So this beach where we were staying at is also on the airport. So as you're like on this beautiful blue water,
Oh, it's the planes coming.
it's that place.
Oh,
yeah.
neat.
It's like some like little puddle jumpers and some giant 747s just like fly on in.
That's impressive. That's cool footage. That must have been really neat. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Mike was paid for this.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
Mike did not pay money to do this. He was paid money to do this.
Oh, but Keith, was I paying money? Was I being paid to do this?
Me?
Bootleg footage.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Do the turn again.
You want the turn again? I can't rewind the footage. It's Instagram.
I would totally be the guy in the back.
Wait, here's my Mick Jagger. Get ready for it. Wait for my awkward clapping. Wait, they got the whole time.
Oh, get that jacket.
It's the best pleather money can buy. All right, flip it. Let's see if he's got the flip.
Don't let the sound go on you, ride the radio. Like love while you still can. Don't even try to understand.
All right, well.
To find a place to take
So it's a lot of those kind of hits. Oh wait, you get to see my pelvis thrust here.
Oh,
Get ready for it. Get ready for it, Keith.
Oh, flip that arm.
Wait, it gets so much better. There's a weird sex gag here.
Oh, yep. Wow. Yeah. Oh my god.
So come on, baby, come and stop me up.
I mean, just making it up as you go along.
I mean, you know, on some level, like half of it is I'm really, really glad I'm getting such a pixelated feed. I'm getting like 2 pixels, and it's all I need for this experience. But that said, like the ridiculousness of watching you do those things, like it looks great.
So
Like,
speaking of all the AI we've been talking about, so that
you fake it really well.
I'm the best at it. That's why if you need a last minute faker, that's me. So, but the second show, they're building up this theme of like, okay, so the first show is like it's two American guys, one British guy, and they're battling which songs are best. And at the end of the first show, they're like, oh, it's better if we mash them up together. So the second show is all mashups of British and American stuff. But I was like, but they're going with like a superhero theme, all the dialogue. But I was like, you guys don't do any superhero stuff, so. On my urging, I was like, with AI and the use of, I was like, when they introduce ourselves for the second show, it's called Mid-Atlantic Men Return. You have to do a big, like, this is why I was texting you, Keith, and I was like, find me, like, stuff so I could build this. You ready for it? I'm pretty proud of it.
I'm looking forward to this.
All right.
These are your projections. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
And then on that chord, you're like, return! And like a 3-part triad with, like, reverb and delay and stuff. It was awesome. Hold on, it's still going. The bootleg is still going. Hold on.
Though I keep searching for
That kid, Kyle Kemp, is his name on the stage right side. He's one of the most incredible voices I've ever heard. This is my buddy Simon. It's his show.
Oh Lord, I pray, give me the strength to carry on.
Wow, she led through the whole thing.
To walk alone, the lonely streets of dreams.
Come on.
Got some Bollywood in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I get a verse. Hold on. Do not know the words. Still. I just going from like 80s memory.
Hopping.
Come on, Mike. I mean, just absolutely the stuff you would just like fake in the basement, you know, when you're just like play singing, and then all of a sudden people pay you money and fly you to Africa to do.
I mean, it's kind of amazing.
That was my part. That's my part. And now he threw me to the moon. How did I get you alone? Oh, we're getting demonetized all over the place right now. Come on. This is so ridiculous.
But weirdly, it's like it's good.
It's funny. But Keith, this is what I was talking about. Like you're scrolting that stuff, so your larynx is like in your brain, and then all of a sudden you go and we do this like 3-part really soft arrangement of Ed Sheeran's "Perfect," and I have to float like D's and E's. And I'm like, I have no idea how to get my larynx back to even attempt head voice right now.
Please come back.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to sing this down the octave. So
I hear that.
I had to opt out a couple times. But anyway, what else I got here? Anything fun? Oh yeah, there's like on the ship, there's like a fake Times Square that they do with like perspective with all LCD screens, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just this one guy was going all the way around the ship just singing Vincharo at every karaoke for literally a week. But it's the only song he sang, and he went to every bar to sing it.
He just went and sang this and Torma everywhere.
Yeah. And he got like a standing O every time. I was like, guys, we've seen this. This is us when they just like dropped us off the side of the ship. And we're like, good luck in St. Martin. Hope you find a cab. They just dropped us off.
Yep. Sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds like showbiz, right?
Oh my God.
And then this was, like I said, this was that last day. They just like put me in this suite. And I was like, oh, let me see what the view is. Oh, okay. I guess I live here now.
Wow.
So anyway.
That's the fanciest pigeon I've ever seen.
Yeah, that pigeon's like, my life is better than yours.
Yeah, no doubt.
Anyway, so that was my trip, Keith. That was a brief look at my... And a bootleg that just... thank you, lady who recorded the whole thing, apparently.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's pretty much been our episode.
Yeah,
We
there
should
you go.
to title it, We Watch Mike's Cruise Ship Show.
Yeah, what anything you want to mention? I've been playing some Alan Wake 2, Keith, which is, I have to say, the most Keith game I've ever played. You have to play this game.
What is it?
It's called Alan Wake 2. It's available on Xbox. I think maybe Game Pass even. And it is...
Never heard of it.
It is about... Let me tell you what it's about. It's a sequel to Alan Wake 1. Forget Alan Wake 1, all right?
I gathered. Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is about a horror writer, okay, who is trapped in this place called the Other Place, basically a hell syndicate, okay? And he has to write his story. He has to write the correct story to get out of this hell place, okay? He is tangentially connected to another story taking place concurrently about this detective who is trying to figure out disappearances about this like murder cult and how they are connected to this lake, which might be a portal to hell where this writer might be. All of this is done with very light combat, mostly storytelling and like detectiving, but it's also a horror game, like survival horror, which is scary as hell, which I know is your jam. It's all things Keith loves, and the writing's incredible. The performances are incredible. The graphics are some of the best I've ever seen. It's the most Keith Varney game that's ever Keith Varney'd. You have to play it.
Okay.
Alan Wake 2. And I'm also playing Spider-Man 2, which I'm going to save my review for next week, but I'm loving it. That's That's my like actual geek stuff. You have anything you want to mention before we peace out?
I mean, first off, we have to read some birthday messages.
Oh my God, are there birthday messages?
There are birthday messages.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Because on the post that somebody complained that I picked a choice picture from.
But then there's no red pleather. It's no red pleather.
It is on the internet. So if you type Michael and Deglio into the Google, this is one of the pictures that comes up.
Please don't ever do that.
Pick this
don't
one.
ever do that, please.
Come on, everyone wants to Google Mike. So you know what's amazing?
What's that,
We
buddy?
have not one, but two bits of poetry.
Oh, okay.
For your birthday. One of which is lyrics, but I don't know which song it is. So I'm well, and you're gonna have to come on and sing your song here, because I'm trying to figure, like, is it to the da-ba-da-da-da-da-da? Unclear. Anyway, let's start with Jason Moe's
Always.
birthday
Jason is
poem.
one of the most people you can count on in this life. If I was ever moving, I'm going to call Jason up because he'll show up.
I know, right? But then you have to help Jason move. See, that's the deal.
That's true.
I
It is a blood
knew
oath.
I had a friendship that I knew was like, I thought would never go away. And I'm like, you know what? This might go away when I helped this person move like 3 times. And then it was when I finally moved, they're like, yeah, man, I'm busy.
Oh, F no. F no.
Yeah. And it was like,
Was it me?
no, it wasn't. That would be absolutely in keeping with
That
like
was savage.
26-year-old
Yeah.
Mike.
Savage. Dude,
No, it was not.
I've many a people moved just me, like the only guy who showed up and like just did it.
Oh, endlessly. Like, I helped this person move for like 13 hours.
Yeah. And they're like,
And-
I'll get you pizza and beer. And you're like, well, that is generally the trade.
And like, no. The deal is, folks, if you're playing pizza, beer, and you help them move when it's your turn. There it is. Boof. All right. So Jason,
I had never watched Star Trek in my life until my 40s, and then Keith Varney changed it all.
I ruined you. Jason Moe says, a birthday poem for Mike. Mike, as you turn 42. Did I say you were turning 42 anywhere? Did you say you were turning 42
Why
anywhere?
would I have? I've been known to make up my age, but no, I'm 43.
Did we? Because you're a birthday person. Like my birthday, I don't even want to mention it, but you're a birthday person. We might not have done an episode when you turned 42. Maybe we just did. Your last one was 41.
So this whole poem is
Anyway.
based on me being 42. So for the
That's
moment, I will be 42.
That's right. Just think younger. Think younger.
Moisturizer, baby.
Yeah. Mike, as you turn 42, I'm just guessing that may not be true. To the king
not?
of the stage with a sweet YouTube page, he bought a bidet for his poo.
Hey, I take it. Pretty good.
Custom figures are what Mike craves. For his fillies, he cheers and he raves. Maybe next year's their year. Though by now, it ain't it clear that they're just going to lose to the Braves. YouTube comments can bring out the dreck as they question your knowledge of Trek. Escape pods or windows? Who the fuck cares, you bimbos? Mike is wiser than Grand Nagus Zek. You work tirelessly for K and M, and even sometimes rope in Jen. Natalie Portman can suck it. I'll use Odo's goo bucket as a rhyme to bring this to an end.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Mike, and thank you for all you do for K&M and the patrons.
Well done, Jay. Very, very good.
Freaking tastic. That is fabulous. That's really funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
I don't know. I feel like maybe that's you should like print it out on fancy paper and frame it.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll do that.
But you should do this with Anne's as well. This is Mike's big birthday musical number repurposed from Star Trek the Musical, which makes it a musical parody of a musical parody.
That's big. That's deep. That's like a hat on a hat on a cat on a cat.
I mean, that it gets better. See, hat on a hat is bad, but hat on a hat and a cat, fantastic. So I don't know the. Oh, is this? I would sing this. I don't know the melody you're referring to because I've lost track. Mike, do you have the video of Star Trek the Musical somewhere? I've been asking you for like 2 months.
Yeah, we gotta. I think it's. She sent us a link to a YouTube, so I just have to pull up the link somewhere.
You have to pull up the link again because I think we should do a watch along for the patrons.
Yes, 100%
as well.
Yes, but it'll be paywalled, Anne. So don't worry, none of your friends will be exposed.
Oh yeah, yes, with Anne's permission, of course. So I think I will spare guessing the.
Yeah, just give me a dramatic. Give me a very like dramatic reading.
Okay, all right, here we go. We are your patrons, here to sing and dance for you. Wah 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 wah. On this very grand occasion, when you turn 42, wah 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 wah.
They both think I'm 42? You must have said that. We messed up.
Spoken during the wah-wahs. Isn't it 43? Keith is going to hate the way the syllables land on 42. Oh, well, not his birthday. That's not my birthday. Syllables can go wherever they want. Each week, you help us through parts of life we'd rather avoid. Ballet dancer of Anne leaps by wearing headphones, holding a laundry basket. We hope you really know now. You're not screaming into the void. Please, sir, we need a runabout. Cisco, what? Why? Okay, fine. Whatever. Happy birthday. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Birthday. Fantastic. Guys, I was expecting like happy birthday.
Yeah, I would have taken it.
Instead,
I would have settled for happy birthday, to be honest.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. This I think you need to frame these, put them in fancy lettering on some good fancy stock. And maybe we'll make this a tradition.
It's it's humbling, man.
Next year when you turn 43, we can do the same thing. And it's good. 3 rhymes with everything.
I will say this, man. Birthdays, as much as I like to have fun and celebrate, it really is about a little bit of reflection and gratitude. I'm trying to really focus on gratitude this year, and I will say that, Keith, you and I we've talked about it a lot on the air, so I won't rehash too much. But you spend a lot of time in life, especially in your 30s and early 40s, I guess, counting up the things you haven't done. Like taking stock of the things you really thought you were going to do and it didn't work out or never, But when you start to sort of parse out what you have done and the little niche you've carved out, I mean, if I went and told, and I'm sure you share this, if I went and told 6, 7, 8-year-old Mike that a huge chunk of his life, would still be playing, just playing, goofing off, doing things in the moment. I work hard at my job, but I don't spend a lot of hours of my life working and tired. And a lot of the stuff I work hardest on is goofy stuff and flying and doing goofy things, on the internet doing goofy things, playing games, getting to talk about them. It's and having people listen and engage with that and play with toys and talk about stuff. I'd be overjoyed. I would be overjoyed. And so I'm very thankful for that. Even to that guy who wrote us very much this morning and said, you guys are playmate shills. that was his comment. I was like, okay, cool. There's worse things to be.
I love how after all these years, you still take every comment personally.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Don't watch my channel, man. Go watch something else.
I mean, I spend more time defending you in the comments because I know they hit.
They do hit because at the end of the day we're just 2 kids playing. You know what I mean? We're not making any money, by the way. No. It should be made very clear. We make no money. But But we are very thankful to our patrons. Don't take that the wrong way. It's never been about that, and it's and I love getting to hang out with you, buddy. It's awesome.
Well, and I think what you're talking about, you know, in terms of like our lifestyle and what we've done with our life is that everything we do is a labor of love.
Mhm.
Right. And so it's not about the money. It's not about the whatever. It's because we love doing it. And we luckily have the privilege of being able to sort out a life that allows it. It's not without sacrifices. But it certainly is from a tremendous place of privilege to be able to do that. And yeah, it's funny. Like the thing I've been doing over the last couple of days is revisiting a show that I wrote many years ago that I thought was going to be the one that pushed me forward. I thought it was going to be the one that like made it happen. And I was, I don't know, it was last week, the week before. I was out seeing a bunch of readings and that kind of stuff, and ran into all these people from those days. And I was like, huh, yeah. And so like I was encouraged to like take another look at it, to take another look, take another pass at that show, because there is some tepid interest in that show still, which is so I've been going back and working on it. But point being is that when I first started going back, I listened to the album for the first time in a long time. It made me terribly, terribly sad, because it sort of represented my almost, right? It's not a secret. This show is called I Got Fired. And it sort of represented like my almost where I thought I would be, at 43, right? When I wrote this show when I was 30, and I thought about where I thought I'd be at 43 versus where I am today, it made me terribly sad. And then I realized, no. Like, yes, obviously I wish that this had propelled onto a whole bunch of other things and had all these other successes. But like what that experience accomplished for me, both in the writing process of it and the performing and doing all the things that we did, was so wonderful and magical. And I'm grateful for all of it. That like, sure, would I love to find some second life for this, or third or fourth life for this? Yeah. But like, wow, I'm really I'm very grateful to have gone through that whole process. And so I think as you think about, because I think we both feel probably similarly as we're at 43, looking back at the last 20 years of our lives devoted to this crazy business of ours, that it's a combination of disappointment, regret, wishing we were in different places, and gratitude. And I think that and tremendous genuine gratitude and an awareness of the privilege that has been our lives. And I think it's one of those things that people are having a hard time these days, holding two incongruous thoughts in your head at the same time. And I think it is both. And I think both of those things, you can be grateful and glad that you did it and appreciate what you had, and have all of those feelings like, oh man, I wish that it were blah, 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 blah. And anyway, so just having wistful birthday thoughts as I was working on the show.
I look back and I think I'll never forget. I'm sure I've told this anecdote before, but I'll close with this. There's a shift in life, and hopefully everybody has this shift. And I hope I can hold on to it, actually. Jay Binder, legendary Broadway casting director. We lost him, unfortunately. He's no longer with us, but he was in the room for one of my many almost Broadway bows, of which I've had a handful, which is much closer than many people get.
Well, right. And that's the thing. Like the like amazing reality that like you got into that room, that incredibly rarefied air, which it doesn't feel like it's worth anything.
Yeah, especially when like people are doing that. Everybody was posting about like their performances in Wicked, because Wicked just said 20 years, and you're like, wow, everyone's been in Wicked. I'm like one of 6 people who hasn't. Anyway, so we had the audition, and he was just staring at me and staring at me and staring at me. And then he took my headshot off the table. This is back when you would, bring a headshot in. Took the headshot and he put it over here, right? So he had all these headshots over here and he puts it in this other pile. And I'm like, what the fuck? What does that mean? And I'm just waiting, right? And he goes, what to do with you? You're very, very unique, very individual. And I was like, oh God. And I never heard, that was it. Didn't get the part, didn't hear back, nothing. And I, for years, hated that. Hated it. Because I was like, oh, I'll never be able to fit the mold. And you know what? Now I think of it differently. And I was like, that's all I want to be. I want to be completely me. Like, I don't get the part because I'm not, like, I'm too specific, or I will take it any day and every day of the week. I just want to be uniquely myself. And that's what I'm going to strive to be continually. Put me in that other pile, baby. Put me in the other pile.
Well, I mean, God, I'd much rather be the guy Bender did that to than get tossed on the pile with 10,000 other people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, my pile might have ended up out the in a shredder somewhere. But hell, you know what?
Oh yes, no. I mean, I have that. If you scroll back on my Instagram, you'll see the picture of my headshot in a recycling bag on the street.
Did you see it? Did you catch that?
I mean, it was my own recycling.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
It was, but it was like I threw it in the regular recycling. It was in the apartment building at that point, and I didn't know it was that. Like, and then like the super took it out and put it on the street, and I walked out, and on the street, I'm like, oh, there's me. There's 23-year-old goateed me.
Well, the difference between like starting your career and later in the career is great because I'll never forget my first headshots. I went to this place called Reproductions where they like print them out for you.
Everybody went.
And they're like, "How many you want?" And you're like, "They're like 500." I was like, "Yeah, dude, give me 500 headshots because I'm gonna need them." And now I just got a headshots last year, and I was like, maybe 6. I don't think I need I don't think I need 10, right? Like, what 10 auditions am I going to?
My old headshots as note cards forever. Yeah. I cut them in half, and then I write my notes on it, stick them in the playbills. It's great.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, folks. Thanks for the birthday love. Thanks for being back with us. I'm happy to be back. Continue to be individually you. Don't let anybody yuck your yum. Keep on doing the things you find fun. Until next week, when we have geeky things to talk about, keep on geeking on.